Oh, I didn't even think about this is so funny. I didn't think about the 20-second delay, so I'm for the first 20 seconds of this, I'm just gonna be sitting, saying and doing nothing and looking at my phone. Okay, so I'm and did not mute that. Hey, Mindy. Fully random live. I'm glad that oh, and Blue Crescent Tarot. Okay, people might actually show up. I was just on the phone with Elle, and um, she was saying that she's not going live today, um, because Shane is got other things going on. Um, and so she said I should go live, and I have nothing else going on, and the last week or so has been really busy because I started a new job. And so I thought this would be a good opportunity to just have a little catch up and see how everybody's doing. So I have no plan for this. Yeah, Elle definitely bullied me into going live. Yeah, so I have no plan for this at all. Um, and yeah, I guess if anyone has anything they want to talk about, we can do that. Or it is. Um, is it Deanne? Is that how you say it? Say your name. It is the job that I was returning to that I missed. Different. It's owned by different people now. Um, and So this past week was pretty a little stressful just in general. Um, because like I mean it's we're still in the middle of a pandemic. Oh, geez, boxes and stuff all the time. We're still in the middle of a pandemic, so like that's kind of stressful because I mean I'm working with the public. Um, but I mean I wear a mask most of the time that I'm at work. Um, and I'm usually in the kitchen. I mean, if I ever have to go in the front for anything, I definitely have a mask on then. But the kitchen crew is really small, and there's enough space that we can stay kind of steer clear. Um, and yeah, but we had a soft opening last Monday night, and then Tuesday we officially opened, and we have been pretty much booked every day, and we are pretty much booked every night. And Monday is my off day. Well, I mean, I'm sure eventually I won't only be off on Mondays, but the restaurant is closed on Mondays, so you know it makes it nice that I always have a you know I always have at least that day off. Um, so yeah. Let's see who else we have. Chris is here. Zale, Neem. Um. Oh, Jackie is here. Who did I miss? Someone? Hmm. Guess not. Yeah, I agree, L. The cups always do it for me too. Oh, shrimp and grits. We have it, Neem, actually. We have shrimp and grits on our brunch menu on Sundays. I think I'm just gonna put my phone up here. And then, oh, that's so much better. Now, instead of looking down, I'll trick you all. And now, instead of looking down, I'll be looking straight ahead, and you won't even be able to tell that I'm looking at the chat. Jeez, it only took like a full year of being on YouTube for me to figure that out. Oh, speaking of, I just sort of like in the midst of all this job stuff, I totally just like skipped my channel birthday. Oh wow, now I'm seeing the playback on my phone, which is hilarious because now it looks like I'm just like talking to God. Like every now and then I'm just like looking up. Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna just move the phone again. Um, what was I even just saying? Fully lost my train of thought. I have no idea. Oh, my channel birthday. It was November. I want to say it was maybe the Friday before Thanksgiving. Oh, I do totally stop talking when I'm reading the chat. Can't multitask. I need to work on it. Um, yeah, so my channel birthday was maybe November 20th, I think. Anyway, I was thinking about doing something then, and then I started this job, and how life is. When you want to plan something, it doesn't ever work. Oh, thanks, L. It does kind of match. So the mug um, is my husband's. He doesn't collect anything, and so that I don't feel bad about my collecting because I like to collect everything. Anytime he has a birthday, every year when he has a birthday, or anytime I need to get him a gift, I always get him a fun mug. So I sort of have forced him to collect, even though he's not really a collector. In fact, if it were up to him, we would get rid of everything that we weren't like immediately using. Um, but he puts up with my collection. Well, not my collection. That sounds my collecting. All of my collecting. I try to keep it neat so that it's not like so it's not just like everywhere. I mean, all of my decks are pretty much right, in my one little reading spot that I usually film in front of. Um, and then we have a cabinet directly across from me, like I'm looking at it. And I keep like bigger box sets and like books and that kind of stuff in there. But aside from that, everything is kind of neat and together. What else do I collect? I collect cake stands. Um, and I sort of collect shoes, but like in not like people collect Jordans or anything like that. Like I'm not like I'm not like scoping out when the shoes are coming out or anything. I just like shoes. Cake stands, I have a lot of. Um, some of that is that people have given me cake stands because they know that I really like to bake. Um, yes, Chris, tell us, what does Sandy collect? And what do you collect? Do you collect tarot decks? Because, like, for some reason, I feel like you. Maybe I heard you say once something about not necessarily having a ton or anything like that. Or, I mean, no judgment. Sometimes I wish I only had like 5 or 10. Um, and I think I got the collecting thing from my dad, and I think that it's not because like my brother is just like Josh. Like he would rather throw everything away. He doesn't. He has like he invests in like nice clothes and shoes, and then he wears them until they're gone. Um, and but like my dad though does collect Jordans. Which is funny because he doesn't look like he's just I don't know. He looks exactly like me. So I guess you wouldn't expect him to collect tennis shoes. He doesn't look like a sneakerhead or anything. Um, 50 is definitely collecting. That's a lot. And L, that's really funny about the Terre de Marseille and um, Thoth. I'm not going to collect Thoth. You don't have to worry about that. And Terre de Marseille, I'm like borderline glad that I don't use it because I think I would be fully broke if I read with Terre de Marseille on a regular basis because I would want all of them. And Mindy would be like, Mindy and Masha, it would just be like, I'd have to unsubscribe, I think, because they have so many different ones. And they both seem to have quality slash expensive taste in Terre de Marseille. Um, yeah. So this is just a little random, truly fully random live that I did while Elle eats her pizza because she said, and I quote, nothing would be more exciting than you going live while I was enjoying my pizza. I think is exactly what she said. Um, yeah. Oh, I've already been on for like, oh, a new leaf? Mindy? Tell us about it. Tell us about this new leaf. Oh, perfect, Chris. Perfect. Ask her. Ask her why she didn't go live with me. She did this to me the last time I went live, too. Totally just like, couldn't. But Mindy, I'm interested in what you mean, turning a new leaf. Are you. What's happening? And did you, like, what. Like, do you read mostly slash only. Oh no, no, not a depth year. Mindy, I don't have self control for that. Do you know how many passes I would need? I would need. I would be like constantly looking for a pass. Me and Mary are actually both doing a no buy for December. Okay, so we didn't really clarify. Now that I'm thinking about it, we didn't really clarify an end time. We just said till February. So I don't know if we're doing it on I don't know if we're doing it like December, January or December, January and February. I mean, so far so good. I haven't Mindy, it sounds like you just tied a pretty ribbon around no buy. So you are gonna but like okay, so it's not a no buy. I can see that, but you're I guess limiting what you buy? Oh wow. Well, now I feel like an asshole. And I'm gonna now I know what to do while I take a shower and get ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna have you playing in my headphones and then I'll hear all about it. And I'm sorry to grill you on my live. After I'm sure you already were grilled in your own live last night. That's about right. Yeah, so the no buy, the way that we did it is on December. I don't know if it was actually December 1st. We haven't bought anything. As far as I know, neither of us has bought anything. But in the beginning of December, I think it probably was honestly the first or maybe the second. I was like, we were kind of up in the air about like if we were going to give ourselves passes or how we were going to handle it and like cuz it was mostly me honestly. I was like I need a way to hold myself accountable because I know myself and I know that I can make a loophole for myself if I want to. And so I can justify buying anything. It's a blessing and a curse, honestly. And so she suggested that we send each other our lists of exceptions in the beginning so that we wouldn't deviate from that list. Like I can't just like add to it or anything like that. And so there are decks that each of us are looking for. I mean, generally they're decks that are going to be like harder to find or I mean just like less likely that we'll come across it. Um And so we added them to the exception list in case we did come across it, then, you know. And so, yeah. So she has my list, I have her list, and we're not deviating from it. And so far, I have not. I've done good. What are my tarot goals for 2021? I'm sorry it didn't work for y'all. I'm hoping it'll work for me, but I'm telling you, I know myself, and I know if I want it, it's going to be easy for me to convince myself to just go ahead and buy it. Um, so we'll see. Um, oh, okay. So Neem is giving a correction and saying that y'all did do okay with the. Oh, you had a list, but you just kept adding to the list. That is definitely Brant behavior. I definitely, that would be me. Oh, back to my 2021 tarot goals. I think in 2021, I would like to get on a more regulated schedule of decks to use. Like right now, I mean I just filmed my top 5 of 2020. Um and instead of doing like Simon did where he did um his top 5 that came out in 2020, I just did the top 5 that I used in 2020. And I'm very proud of myself. They're all still available. I didn't have anything out of print on it. Um, but I found that really I used one deck in particular a lot more than I used all the other, even though I did use them all. I used it way more. And I think I would like to get on a more regulated schedule, or like plan for myself. I'm gonna allot, 2 weeks. I'm gonna work with these decks, and then the next 2 weeks I'll work with these decks, and then that way I feel like I'll get a lot more use out of my collection instead of just using the same exact deck every single day. And part of it is just laziness on my part, because the reason I've used that deck the most is because it's in my glove box in my car. And so I use it every single day. I just, as soon as I get to work, I shuffle and I pull a card and, see how it goes. So I need to just, yeah, I need to just like rotate them out. I like having it in my car because in the morning, I don't like, truly, it takes me no time to get ready. I'm probably, from the time I get up till the time I'm in my car, is a full 10 minutes max. Like, brush my teeth, do something with my hair if it looks like I slept all over the place, throw on some clothes, and then I am out the door. Um, oh, okay, cool, Mindy. So you're doing that too. I guess I might just get like a planner, because I've kind of been wanting to do that with my bills too, just to like keep up with it and everything. So maybe I'll get like a planner, and then I can go through my decks and write the decks in for the weeks. And then, because I'm not going to get a planner just to write my decks in, I could just write a list and be done. Um, but I think that would help me like schedule out YouTube content and stuff too, because that is another thing I would like to work on in 2021, is having more regular content. And like, so the hiccup that I come across the most is that like when Josh is working or not home, that's the time that I have to film, because I could film while he's here, but like, I don't know, it's just awkward. And honestly, I'd rather spend time with him while we're both here and available. So what ends up happening is like last night he worked late, and so I used that time to film 4 videos, and so I have them all ready to go. I just need to like, edit them, put them all together, whatever, make a thumbnail, and then so that will cover me hopefully for the next 2 weeks. I can do 2 videos this week, 2 videos next week, and then that gives me a 2 week time frame to like carve out a spot in my schedule to film a couple of more videos. But I don't want to like, it's hard because like I enjoy making content, but I don't want to make content just for the sake of making content. Like, I want the content that I'm making to be interesting to people and be things that I'm interested in right then and there. Um, and so like trying to make a video just for the sake of making it because I hadn't had a video in a week and a half, I want to get away from doing that. Um, and so, I mean, this works out because it gives me like 2 weeks to kind of figure out what in my collection I haven't really touched on or talked about, and then it gives me 2 weeks to like edit it and get it all together. Um, so I guess 2021, I'm hoping to use all of my decks more regularly. I'm hoping to work on some sort of like plan or schedule for my YouTube channel. And I think I would like to, at some point, do more readings for other people. And I don't know what that is going to look like for me because, like, I have a couple of friends um, who I read for every now and then. Um, Only one of them is face to face ever because my other friend has been my friend my entire life, truly. And she lives in Florida, so usually I'll just film that for her or we'll like FaceTime. Um, and I would like to read for other people more, I think. But I don't know what that means. Like I don't know how I would do that because I don't really want to like set up an Etsy or anything. Like I don't want necessarily to like make it a business or anything right now. I don't know. I think reading for other people would help me better read for myself too. Or I guess I would feel better about it because it seems like I wouldn't be super biased, you know? I'm just realizing that earlier I said we had been on for a half hour and really we had been on for 15 minutes because I started at 2:15 and I just noticed the time. Yeah. So those are my 2021 goals. And I am excited to see that. So I did see the thumbnail, Mindy, about I feel like I saw like two or maybe even three different thumbnails with you and Masha. One I think was you, Masha, and Dustin about historical decks. That's on my list. Oh, Chris, that would be fun. I'll send you a message about that. And then I don't know, was it on when you were talking about your depth year, was that on um Masha's channel or was that your channel? And was that with Peekaboo Rose also? I can't think of her name now. Maybe it was just two that I saw. Or maybe you have another, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. This past couple of weeks has been so crazy I haven't paid attention to anything. And for other people here that make videos, how do you balance replying to comments? Because like my channel is not big enough that I have an excuse to not reply. And so I try to reply to all of them, but sometimes they slip through the cracks and I have a hard time with it. Hey, Ellie. Um, yeah, so that's all. I guess I'm sorry if someone has left a comment and I haven't responded. I mean I feel bad. Sometimes I get to it. I finally like get to going and like looking at all of it and then it has been like 3 or 4 weeks and I'm like, "Ugh, do they even care if I respond at this point?" And the other thing that I feel guilty about is my tag that I did, Tarot Collector, sort of like blew up a little more than I expected it to. And so like I've been watching those, like I've been watching the VRs, but I feel like they're never ending. Like every time I think I've cleared them all, there's more. Hey Sarah, welcome. This is fully random and live, and obviously live because it is, but totally random. And I really am glad that people liked the tag. Um, and I really enjoyed doing it. That's why I did it, really. And also, like, I guess I'm sort of a nosy person, so I wanted to see what other people had too. And I like seeing collection videos, but I don't always have the time to sit and watch like full hour of someone's collection. And so I thought this would be like that tag would be a fun way to sort of like see like the highlights of other people's collection without like having to see all of it. Um, but yeah, it's taking me forever to watch all of them, and I'm enjoying them. I just, yeah. Oh, Chris, I didn't know that. I rarely, honestly, I film on my phone, I edit it on my phone. Oh no, Sarah, your videos are not too long. It's like collection videos, like because you need to be focusing on it for an hour. Like lots of other lots of other videos and stuff that aren't necessarily like walkthroughs and stuff. You can kind of have playing without without like actually actively paying attention the whole time. And so I don't know, but a collection video for some reason, I feel like I need to be glued to it. Like I want to see everything. Um, but anyway, obviously it's the end of the day and I have ADD, so I'm kind of all over the place. But back to what you were saying, Chris. That's cool that YouTube Studio. I'm gonna have to check that out on the desktop. I usually just film everything on my phone, edit on my phone, upload on my phone, and I look at YouTube Studio on my phone too. Um, so it makes sense that that the desktop site would be different. Um, I do like that. I don't know if anyone else that I don't know if this changed on the desktop versus the phone, but when you're uploading on your phone now, you can do other things. Like before, while it was uploading, you had to just like leave it and not do anything to it, or it would like cancel or start over. And um, it seems like now with this last update that they did, that's changed, and you can like set it to upload and then just do other stuff, watch other videos and everything, and it just kind of like uploads in the background. Neem, with um good luck with your meeting. Hope it goes well on this Monday. I don't know what time it is where you are. I don't That's another thing that confuses me all the time is the time difference, like of everywhere. I finally got UK is 6 hours ahead of me, so I got that. And then where Jen is for Jen's Balanced Tarot, she's in Seattle, and she is, I believe, 2 hours behind me. Might be 3 hours behind me. I don't know. I'm working on it. And then on the East Coast, it's just an hour ahead. California is 3 hours behind. Australia, I believe, is 14 ahead. Okay, and so now, yes, I'm Central Standard Time now, Chris. Oh, and so Robin is an hour ahead of me because he's Eastern. See, it's so confusing. California's only 2 hours behind me. Anyway, it's confusing. Um, but I guess I don't really have to worry about it that much unless I'm sending someone a message or calling them because YouTube, I really like how they do that. They like change all the time so that it shows you your time. Um, yeah, so I mean, I really didn't. It's very nice that we have 12 people here. I really did not. I need to plan this out better, like lives. I need to plan better and like actually schedule them so people can see that I'm gonna do it and then they can be here. Not that 12 isn't fantastic. 12 is a lovely amount of people, and I'm happy that y'all are all here. But I'm bad about just like randomly going live. Usually it's Elle's fault because she always is the one who's like, no one's going live. Brant, you go live, and then I do. Um, so I guess, I mean, if anybody has any questions or anything they'd like to talk about, or has anyone gotten any new decks lately? We can talk about that. I have not. um, yeah. I'm not great at lives. I mean, you can. I just like when there's dead space. There's like it's like dead space. Like the newest decks that I've bought. Um. Well. What are the newest decks that I've gotten? I got the other way. The new one that US Games put out. Um, the Spanish Tarot. Do I still have that right here? I do. Mindy, if you're still here, surprise, I actually do have a Marseille. This is my. I'm surprised that this is down here, honestly. And it should, I believe, I think it's still going to be fully in order. Because, as I've said a million times, I don't read Marseille. Um, I really like the backs. This deck in particular, the Spanish Marseille, I love the colors. I think the colors are fantastic. The majors have it too, some, that purple and stuff. But the minors, let me get to them. The minors have this like lime green, just like, oh, did I miss someone that came in? Oh yeah, Candy, Soul, and Soil. Candy, was your name something else before? And like the coins are just like so bright and colorful. And then the swords are also really bright and colorful. And the cups, of course, as usual, are my favorite. They're this like orange color, like very 70s. So yeah, that's fun that I just happen to have that deck sitting right next to me. And then now let me go back and continue to just do this thing where I'm like awkwardly silent as I'm reading. Mindy, what? Wait, were you just saying you don't like the Spanish tarot? Or were you saying you don't like a particular part about the Spanish tarot? Biffy, the deck I was just showing, this is a vintage one. I'm not totally sure what the original one looks like, but it's the Spanish tarot. Oh, all right. Great point. Sarah, I can just read them out loud. I don't know what it is about it, Mindy. I didn't really intend to get it. I got it with I got it in a like random box of decks. Yeah, I could see what. Yeah, I can kind of see that. The faces do all seem like pretty sassy to me. Like they all look like they kind of have a little attitude. I don't know. For me, it's the colors. Yeah, the Biffy, the colors are just like, yeah, the colors are fantastic. Like the world card. I mean, I'm not gonna speak about like I'm not gonna try and say that like this is the only deck that has colors like this because I don't know enough about Marseille to say that confidently. Um, but I just know it's the only one I've seen like that that has that color. Yeah, that's funny, Mindy, that you've had it twice and passed on it both times. I don't know. I guess is there? If anyone will know, Mindy will know. Is there another Marseille deck that has colors like that are like brighter. And I think what throws me off a lot of times with Marseille is the color palette, the like primary colors. I don't love. I don't really love the like combination of like yellow, like school yellow and red and like the green and the blue. Um is not my favorite. And so when I saw this, I really I just really liked the colors. Ooh, I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna get the pronunciation of your name correctly. How are you doing? Naome, right? Maybe, hopefully. You shared it once in a meditation and it's stuck in my brain. So I hope I got it correct. Um yeah, I've had the marshmallow Marseille. Um and I liked it in theory. The art was really nice. Um but honestly, I just never read Marseille. And so when Becca was saying that she wanted it, um, I just sent it to her because I figured at least she would like actually read with it. And it didn't really, I mean, it wasn't doing me any good just sitting at my house. Maybe one day I'll get into reading Marseille. But I think the thing that puts me off about Marseille truly is not like because I fully understand that I fully understand that like it's a different sort of reading system and style, and so you could just like you could get different things out of the reading, and that part I find appealing. But so much about reading tarot for me is visual, and I really like the pictures. I really like seeing the pictures. Um, and so the pips, I just like as nice as I think they are aesthetically, like I think the way that they're organized is really nice and cool. I just I don't know, there's just something about it that throws me off. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll take a Marseille course and then I'll be buying very expensive French decks too. Um, okay, so apparently Fournier is where it's at for the brightly colored Marseilles. Um, if they have a second one that also is bright. Um, hello, Sparkling Sia. Welcome. Um, oh, wait. Oh, Mindy, I saw that. And that deck is cool. And I really appreciated you doing the side by side because that kind of stuff I could watch all day. Like, especially in that circumstance where it was you found the original art that that new deck was based on. And I really enjoyed how you had them side by side and like how you pointed out the differences in the two and like it helped me to be able to like do the same, like be able to look at it and say, "Oh, that okay, I can see where that came from." They took a little liberty with the color in this one, but like overall, and I was so surprised that like in that deck in particular, if I'm remembering correctly, the older one that the Marshmallow Marseille was based on is closer to like a standard Marseille style. And I found it really cool that the person who did the Marshmallow Marseille was able to keep almost all of that detail. It didn't seem like it lost a lot, but they shrank it down to like, I mean, if I remember the Marshmallow Marseille correctly, it's almost square. I mean, not really, but like it seems shorter. Like the dimensions seem shorter than a regular, even though it's mini in general. It just the aspect ratio seems smaller. Um, and then the Marseille creator also came out with another one. I'm interested, Mindy, if you know if like, do you know the deck that that one was created on, based on? I mean, I guess that one could be just like the creator's own, um, his own images, because I doubt there is an actual historical Marseille that has mermaids in it. But I really enjoyed that video a lot. That was really interesting. And Sarah, everybody, Water Child Tarot, after this, beeline it to their channel and check out her video about cleaning old decks, or I guess it applies really to new decks too, um, because it was fantastic. And there isn't another video. I haven't seen it. If you know a video, comment below and let me know, because I would also like to watch any video about cleaning a deck. Um, because I can't find one aside from hers, and hers is really good and really informative and really like cautionary. And I like that, you know, it would have been easy for her to just be like, just use rubbing alcohol and whatever, you know, any old whatever. And I like how she like really pointed out like what she did, how to, you know, how to pay attention to what you're doing in the first place, how to make sure that you're not overdoing it. Um, it was a really great video. Yeah. I have actually, I wonder, let me grab it actually, Sarah, because I have a quick question. I'm going to put you on the spot and see if you think, see if, like, I have a deck that has some, like, I'll just grab it and show you. And you tell me what you think, if there's some particular way I can clean it. Okay, I got it. It's the Nigel Jackson. So, as a bonus, um, the deck is out of print, sometimes hard to find, and can be expensive. So, it's not like dirty per se. I mean, the edges definitely could be cleaner. My primary gripe is, can you see like around the edges, there's like this black, I don't know what it is. Like, honestly, I love it too, Kimberly, but I don't know, like, it throws me off. Like, this, you can kind of see it better when you, like, start to fan the cards out. Do you see how it's like, oh, oh wow, that's not gonna do very good. Do you see how you can see it? No, it doesn't smell like cigarettes. It smells like, a library. So, but like, I don't know what to do. Oh, there's EMS pulling up at my neighbor's house. Okay. Um, so I don't really know what to do. Like, part of me thinks that, so like, this is something that you will probably rarely hear me say because I love borders, but part of me thinks that I could not, emergency medical service, I believe L is what it stands for. There's an ambulance basically. Oh, now they're gone. I don't know. Um Part of me thinks I could trim like not all of the borders off for sure, but I think I could trim like an eighth of an inch all the way around and corner around it and still keep the border, but then that would be cut off. And then the cards would be like you would not even see it. Okay, I can simple green it. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the simple green today, actually. Oh, I'm way too nervous to actually do the trimming. I feel like I don't even know. I feel like I would be more comfortable paying someone to do it because it makes me so nervous to cut a deck, especially a deck that is like um out of print. Um Simple Green is, I believe it's an all natural cleaner featured in Sarah at Waterchild Tarot's How to Clean Your Cards video. But honestly, like, of all of my decks, this is the one that I have the biggest gripe with because I wanted it for a long time and then finally found it. And then when I got it, I was sort of disappointed with that, like, kind of grimy, little outside part. Um, and I mean, it didn't really keep me from reading with it, but I mean, I don't know. It kind of just throws me off when because I think because I looked for the deck for so long, and then when I finally did get it, and it was like that, I feel like that's all I can see whenever I flip it. Like, okay, great. Maybe I'll film it. That would be fun. I could film myself cleaning it and just play some like fun little music and then just speed it up because I'm sure it's going to take me a while. And then everyone can see the process. All right. Well, thank you, Sarah, for sharing and, allowing me to put you on the spot like that. But it was just like the perfect context, the perfect timing to do it. Um, all right. Well, it's been an hour, and unless anyone has anything else, I think I'm going to get going. And thank y'all for being here and spending Monday evening, well, afternoon for me, evening for some, early afternoon for others. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna get going, and I do have videos to put out this week. I have my um, top 5 of 2020. I have my review of the new US Games deck. I have a pharmaceutical deck that I'm gonna have, coming out. That's really cool, called the Travenol Tarot. And then I have a Kickstarter called My Garden Deck, which is my very first square deck. So yeah, I've got all of those coming out in the next couple of weeks, and y'all have a great afternoon, and I'll see y'all soon. Oh, my little finger snap that I didn't do at the beginning. Now you get at the end.